look here at wideout A.J. Brown. He had a week off last week, now ready to get moving again after the bye. It's the Eagles and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
All day. Dominate him, boys. Dominate him.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Dances by him, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. On first down, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Ready? Bronco lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Eagles at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So the Broncos coming out now. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again. the last time out. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Second and 9. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and want to come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Here's Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2.
Smith red, check white, switch yellow, black swap.
The kick by McManus is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Come on.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cougar 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. And give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Second down at 5. Throwing is Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Wilson. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
60 Bison.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give up the middle to Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Wilson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss, because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Williams here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll drop to throw. Open man is Higgins. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Kamara up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched his move for move and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos on the field ready to start their next drive. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 36 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it 24-13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. And out now come the Eagles. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A give. This is Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
70 Timberwolves, 19 Lions. Nineteen tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Hurt. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Set, tempo, set.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. One last shot for Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure